Ryan, hi. Welcome to the ManCave today. I'm Ed the Caveman, back for my second stream. The first stream was on Sunday, so a couple of days ago. Basically, I just introduced myself to you all and where it all began for me. So, if anyone can help me flipping this webcam, because obviously the ManCave is reading the wrong way around. So, any tips on that, please? Will be appreciated. I've got to sort out my squeaking chair because it sounds awful, I know. So the topic today was mental health in the ManCave. So it's a really important subject, and I just wanted to share what my thoughts on it. Now, the champion of mental health for me is the heavyweight champion of the world, boxer, Tyson Fury. He's been in the public eye about his mental health struggles. He won a lot of belts, and then there was nowhere else for him to go. And basically, he hit rock bottom. He was on top of the world, but he hit rock bottom. And then depression kicked in, I think. I don't know the facts. He basically put on a lot of weight, much more weight than he was carrying as a boxer. But he fought through it. He identified that exercise was the best way for him to deal with his mental health, and he trained every single day, and he got to the point where he became heavyweight champion of the world again. So that's a real inspiration. Now, I'd like to share that I've had mental health problems. Basically, 20 years ago, I had a battle with depression, and I had to stop my studying. So when I was a kid, and they asked me in careers advisors would come in to school and say, what would you like to be? And I always told them I'd like to be a lawyer, because basically that's where I thought the big money was when I was a child. You'd see TV programs where lawyers were working in the courtrooms and earning a hell of a lot of money. So I always said I wanted to be a lawyer. And in the UK, you had to decide between a solicitor or a barrister. In America, you just have lawyers. And then there's attorneys and certain things, and advocates and stuff. There are other things. There's paralegals, legal executives. So it's not plain and simple, but if I use the term lawyer, that simplifies it a bit. So when I got to my A-levels, which you do just before going to university, I found it really tough, and I had to discontinue my studies because of the mental health problem. So just like Tyson Fury, I didn't give up, and I bounced back. And because I had a goal, so his goal was fitness and to be heavyweight champion, my goal was to study and gain my law degree. So I kept the target of that goal, and I worked hard, and I went to college instead of school, and I gained a couple of A-levels, and it was enough to get into university, by which point I was classed as a mature student. I was no longer like a teenager. Well, I wasn't. I was in my 20s, right? So I was a mature student. But never think you're too old to go to university either, because on my course, when I did get to university, there was a 92-year-old woman studying law. So she was retired. She just did it as fun. and she was one of the best students there, actually. So never think you've got to go to university straight from school. There is plenty of time to do it. Anyway, back to my situation. I studied hard for 3 years, and before you knew it, I was a qualified lawyer. So I reached my target, just like Tyson Fury did. So back to mental health in general. Now, I don't look like an athlete, and I don't pretend to be an athlete, but being on a chair all day streaming, playing video games, doing YouTube isn't the healthiest lifestyle. So in my spare time, I like to go to the gym. I go to a health club, so it's a gym, a swimming pool, tennis, badminton, all those sort of sports. And I try to get there every day of the week. It's very difficult at the moment with coronavirus lockdown, so I haven't been in a while, but I was going 6 days a week. And like I said when I was talking about Tyson Fury, exercise is great for mental health, like active body, active mind sort of thing. But one thing I worked out with a bit of advice from James Smith is that everybody in that gym will have mental health problems, right? Because they're in there to change the way they look or to change the way they feel. And if it's because it's the way they look, it's the way their brain is telling them that they look. So some people would be there because they think they're too fat. Some people would be there because they think they're too skinny. Some people would think that they do not look beautiful enough. And basically they're there to improve themselves. And a lot of that is pressure from social media, from their peers. And it all comes down to their mental health. Now, some of them will have eating disorders, which are all mental health. If you're too skinny, you might be anorexic, and that's a mental problem that stops you from eating, maybe. Nobody is born obese. It could be comfort eating that causes obesity. And mental health has a lot to do with your comfort eating. So I don't want to pretend I'm a doctor because I'm not a doctor. So if you do encounter any of those problems I've just mentioned, please just accept it as general chat, because by no stretch of the imagination am I an expert. It's just my opinion and sort of surveillance of what I see. So I didn't mean to offend anyone. So basically, my point with that situation in the gym is that everyone is there as part due to mental health. And it's a big reason why I think mental health is the biggest problem in the NHS. It's not obesity. It's not people smoking. It's not people drinking too much. If you sort out mental health properly, you could sort out a lot of those problems I just mentioned, right? So the extremes of the mental health then is suicide. That's what I believe. And there is a town near me in South Wales called Bridgend, and you might have heard of it in the news a couple of years ago, where there were copycat suicides going on, which was a very worrying time for the people of Bridgend. And obviously we don't want suicide in young males, we don't want suicide in anybody. So please support anything you can with mental health. It's very close to my heart, and it's a very good cause. Now, I was watching a streamer, and I think their name was Elisis, I think, or Ellis1S on Twitch, and they did a 24-hour stream the other day for Mind. Now, Mind is the leading mental health charity in the UK where I live. And if you're looking for somewhere to donate, I think Mind is probably the best. So that's about it for me today. So I'll try and talk about something happier on Sunday when I'm back again. So I hope you enjoyed what I was talking about today, or learned something, or took something on board. And basically, I'll have a little think of what I'm going to discuss on Sunday, and we'll see you then. So I'm Ed the Caveman. This is the Man Cave. I've got to work a way to switch the camera around. So plenty to work on. But please like and share, and I'll see you all soon. Okay, goodbye.